let's head inside and check out the show.
Oh my god, this awkward ass motherfucker. Poorly timed stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, there's a camera in front of me. Alright, man, here we go. The very first press conference of E3 2018. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I literally just started streaming, like at this very moment. I actually might not have any of my details right. You know what? I'm gonna actually do that in the background. As, there we go. I'll just open another window over here and change all of my streaming details because I think I'm still on Legend of Heroes. Alright. Let's begin. So we got some E3 stuff finally happening. I saw the leaks and all that stuff. But, I still don't necessarily know what to expect here. Okay, that's Anthem. I know that. Is that actually happening? Is there like an actual monster raiding the stage? Oh my god! Is the audience safe? That must, wow. Isn't that like a fire hazard or something? They shouldn't be doing that with all those people inside.
Oh my gosh, how cool was that?
How cool was that?
That was
A giant monster!
We're
It
gonna
actually
talk about
happened
that a little
for
bit later in
real!
the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show.
Having women and things make everything inherently better.
Because we're about to kick the press conference off.
But whatever,
But
she's
before
probably
we
a
do
cool
that,
person.
EA Play is more
But
than
EA
just
is
the
always
show
like
you're
the
about to
first
watch.
people to be like,
Right
what,
behind
political
these
correctness?
doors,
Let's do
There
it.
is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free.
Only
now,
thousands?
Inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all
There's
over the world
218,000
who are going to be
people watching right now.
capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with Battlefield
Yeah, that's
5
where
multiplayer.
that's
Now, I know
what we're
Trevor
looking
Noah
at.
gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month,
awkward.
we got some new stuff to show you today.
Never
Then
acknowledge
we're
the
moving on to
audience if
FIFA
you want a
19,
well-paced
and
show. They'll be
boy,
like, yeah,
they had
yeah,
some
go.
big
Like,
news,
just,
you guys.
stop it.
Any World
No.
Cup fans? You guys excited?
Never rely on the audience because then this shit happens
Two
because they're
new
like,
indie games to share, and then I'm gonna come back towards the end of the show.
never
with my
rely on your
favorite
audience
developers
to
give
be
you
the
guys a
hype. You
nice
have to be the hype.
Look at Anthem.
You always have to
And of
pretend that they're
course-
not there
Yeah,
because
we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it.
stop.
You want to do this with me?
This never works. And then you're calling people, oh, the cringe.
I told you all the secrets at once.
It hasn't even been 5 minutes and the
Give me a
cringe
break.
has
You
already
were supposed to enjoy
started.
the show.
Never acknowledge the
Without
audience when
further
you're
ado,
doing this
let's
shit
get things
because then
started.
this shit happens. It's always like, hey, you person, Gabe, ha ha, we have fun over here. Like, You see, this is why I love the Sony press conference because there's no bullshit. Just show me the trailers and then to have fucking the president be like, games are cool, trailer, and there we go. I know that people do enjoy like memeing it up with all of these cringy moments, but I hate it. A bunch of PR people and developers that are not public speakers, you know, that just kind of make themselves look all weird.
You know what?
Not bad,
It's
just
been
weird.
exciting. There's been a lot of speculation and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to
A
see
thing
more
happened,
gameplay innovation.
and so now you have questions.
You want to know how customization actually works. And we want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive battlefield yet.
Sure.
It certainly is. You will be able
Yes.
to dive and smash
It
through
is.
windows
Script tells
and
me to
surprise
agree with
your
you.
enemies. Where previously,
Honestly,
defenses
like,
were
there's been a lot of
stationary,
complaints about this
you
game,
will
but it
now
looks
be
kind of
able
cool.
to
You know,
move
Battlefield
these
has always
weapons around the
looked
battlefield
really cool.
and gain advantages. And
But I
our
don't know if-
renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than
All
ever.
right, we got some
So,
Red Faction
well,
style stuff
you
going
can't
on
really
here.
hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they
Those
come chasing
pesky
you forward,
tanks.
as they rip through those buildings.
That looks cool.
You will now be able to
I always like it
customize
when they
your
do
soldiers, your
destruction style
vehicles,
stuff.
and your
Ever since
weapons,
Red Faction,
not only for
I've
the
always been a
gameplay,
fan.
But for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our
Systems.
community.
If you want to sound
So,
like
let's
you
talk
know what
about
you're
our
talking
single
about, you always
player
got to talk
and
about
war stories.
systems.
Yes.
All these systems that we got going on.
So we
I
want
always
to tell
say the
you
word systems,
about
and I never
those
actually know what the fuck it
untold
means.
stories
Just
that
letting you
got
know right now.
us excited to start with on this game. It's about what you will see is really those moments of human heroism.
Detroit Become Human is now in
It's about
Battlefield.
witnessing the war through the eyes
We
of
have
men
our
and
newest
women
feature
who
for our
shape
game,
the world
women.
Real and relatable people. facing
Real and
the
relatable women
brutality
that
of
are
war.
women.
We started.
We are special and different because we have women.
At the Nordlys war story.
Whatever, I'm being
over
an
at the
asshole, don't listen to
Xbox
me.
briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, that's something not.
I can
miss
already feel the
tomorrow.
dislikes coming in.
So, our launch in October.
I'm joking, by the way, for anybody watching
You will all
that's getting all
go
pissed
on
at
an
me.
expanded
I'm just
journey
fucking
to the
around,
Second
honestly.
World War.
I don't take these
No
giant
loot
advertisements
boxes.
too seriously, especially if
premium
it's
pass.
EA. Sorry, I'm uploading Truth Back. Death Dealer.
Every day.
Hey guys,
Bring
how's it going?
something
I see
new.
people in the chat over there.
and
Hello.
as part
Hey,
of
what's
that
up?
journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
Transgender characters coming to
It's-
Battlefield.
Royale.
Oh boy. Here we go. Fortnite Battlefield, it's coming.
It's Royale reimagined for Battlefield.
They didn't show
We bring
anything.
those pillars of Battlefield with
It's just a guy
structure,
yelling,
team,
Royale.
vehicles,
And there we go.
into
No
this new
picture, no
experience.
nothing.
So
The
we
one
will
word
bring
should
an
have already
experience
made you
that
all go
haven't played
crazy.
before
But
in
it didn't.
Battlefield
People
or
were like,
anywhere else.
oh, and that's it.
But more about that later this
Despacito
With that,
2,
it's
confirmed
time
by
to show
EA.
you what makes Battlefield
Oh god, we're
so
gonna have
special.
Fortnite and
It's the
Battlefield.
unmatched intensity of
It's
our
happening.
multiplayer
Call of Duty
sandbox.
has it.
And this time,
Battlefield has
it's even
it.
more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes.
Hold on just a
Welcome
second.
to your next
I'm gonna put up the
Battlefield
chat.
experience,
I can't
and
see
this
it in
is
here.
Your first
Gotta
look
bring up another
at
window.
ground operations, and this time, even featuring music.
Oh, music! You don't say! In-game footage. Are you gonna do it like how you did it last year where you show like fucking 5 seconds of it and then be like, we'll show more at the end of the show? Like that stupid bullshit that everybody does right now with like movie trailers where they show like a second of it and then the logo and then they show the real trailer afterwards. I'm like, ugh. Just show me the fucking thing already. But it doesn't seem like they're doing that now. Alright, I got Twitter loaded up just in case anybody says anything. And then I got the chat in here as well, so. Alright. I'm gonna be live tweeting a lot of this, so if you guys wanna you know, follow along. There we go, Gamatsu's already tweeting. Battlefield 5 will receive a Battle Royale mode sometime after launch. Okay. Battlefield 5. I mean, again, that's still not a lot of gameplay. It's a lot of cinematic stuff, though. Sorry, a lot of shit getting in the way. I'm setting up stuff here. Ah, so she dies to save her life. Northerly War Story, exclusive look. At the Xbox briefing. Ah, you gotta look at the Xbox thing to look at the Battlefield thing. And sports. Can't have EA without spurts. That's okay. I was expecting it. Mandalorian is saying, I'm not hating on Battlefield 5 because there's a woman in it. Oh, me neither. I'm just making fun of it because everybody is making a big fucking deal out of ladies being on a thing. You know, like, I'm just making fun of it. I'm cool with it. I don't care who's in it as long as the game is good. Battlefield is the same game series where you can repair a T-90 with a blowtorch to fully working order. Yep. My brother saying FIFA Battle Royale, holy shit. Oh boy, you always know how to fucking make me laugh. E3 jokes are always the best jokes because people just fucking make shit up and it can make sense at some point. That wasn't a lot of gameplay? Yeah. This fucking FIFA thing isn't a lot of gameplay either. FIFA Battle Royale. 100 people fight for the soccer ball. Jordan Davis, what's up? Was that Kendrick Lamar rapping over some soccer? Some intense soccer? Alright. What completely out of touch and ignorant football player or soccer player is gonna walk in right now to be like, I have been playing games for such a long time, I'm a big fan. I played, it's like Steven Spielberg, I played Pong back in the 80s, so I know about games. I can tell you, this person who's never made a video game before, that this game is good. Expecting Titanfall 3? I would cum my pants if Titanfall 3 gets announced right now.
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs compete, and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game.
I really need to like copy.
And a special thanks to the legendary
E3
Hans
tag.
Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the
So I
trailer.
don't have to type it in every time.
And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year.
I don't know anything
And
about
it's the
soccer, so
base
if I'm
where
pissing anybody
champions
off here in the
rise.
audience or anybody
And
watching the
you've been
archive
asking for
later,
this for
I
a long
apologize.
time, and we are
If you guys are
thrilled
followers
that
on my channel, you guys
and
will
that's
know that I
why
do a lot of
we're bringing
fucking
the
around during
Champions
these
League
things.
Across the game. There'll be an authentic
Because
Champions
all of
League
this is
tournament
just like
mode.
presentation,
No club
advertising
purchase,
kind of stuff.
just
You know, you never really get the
career mode.
real, actual details that you're looking
Attempted
for until
to
after
pursue
everything has
Champions
been
League
announced.
glory in your story
So,
mode,
like,
the journey,
You know,
and
I'm
it's
just here to watch the
opportunity
cringe
to be
happen.
live and
I'm here to
authentic
watch the
Champions
memes and the
League content.
making.
And we'll share more details on that,
And trailers.
along with all our other Ultimate Team features.
So yeah,
later
watching
this
these people
summer.
talk, like, this doesn't interest
all
me
that's
at all.
just the beginning.
So,
As you know, the
if you're
heart and
looking
soul
for a
of
video
FIFA
where
is
somebody just
gameplay.
shuts up and watches the
this year,
conference,
we're giving
you
you the
came to the
tools to
wrong
control the
place.
pitch
Save your
in every
dislikes for
moment.
someone else.
From your tactical approach to the
Ooh,
match to each
you're
technical
recording me?
touch. And we know how
Are you talking to
passionate
me?
you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape
That's
and
another
refine
thing.
our
Soccer
vision
poses
for
are
FIFA
always the
19
funniest.
with
It's always like
input
them in the
from
most
our community.
awkward, like, oh,
From
I was
hands-on
ready.
tips with beginners to detailed feedback
Hasio,
sessions
what
with
up?
FIFA pros.
Welcome.
And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year.
Yeah?
So we look forward to everybody
We raised the quality from
experiencing
soccer
the
to more
game
soccer.
in the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th.
September 28th, all right.
And that's our FIFA 19 news.
Big pause,
Headlined
waiting
by
for the
the
applause. Is like,
But I just
no
wanted
applause?
to take a minute
Cool.
to pause and reflect.
Let's just
Standing
stare at
next
this
to
trophy.
is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy, the World Cup.
Yeah.
And with the tournament starting in just 5 days,
You know when people
we're
are
excited for
phoning
the
it in
World
when they're like,
Cup before
woo.
FIFA 18.
When they start whooping.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the
Ah, I
start of the World Cup.
misspelled
And we
cringiest.
want to
Fuck.
celebrate with FIFA 18 players.
Here I am
which
making
is
fun of
why
somebody, and I
we
know
just
people are gonna
updated
make fun of
the
my
game
spelling.
With a
Damn it.
free World Cup experience.
Super
for
soccer.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo.
PS?
But
PS?
you can take Ronaldo and
PlayStation?
Portugal to the
PlayStation
first
1?
World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year. Or you can make a crazy
The
dream
cringiest
a reality
moments
for
in
your
these
home
conferences
country, like mine,
Are also when people
Iceland.
pause for applause and nothing
Who would have
happens.
thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would
Reported,
ever
made fun
qualify?
of soccer.
And
At
you
least
can
I didn't make
feel
fun
their
of super
excitement.
soccer like how Austin says. Should I full screen this bitch? I don't know. I feel like if I full screen it, I'm gonna get like a billion content IDs, but whatever. Whatever.
To any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration.
Okay.
So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and
On
PC
PS.
through Origin Access.
And Origin.
Yeah, you can
All right,
download
sure.
and play the entire game right now for free.
Wow, the whole thing? All of soccer for free?
So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators.
That's fine. I like it when they
We're
do
going to
that.
be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
Mini World Cup.
And this
Oh,
summer
look
will
at that.
bring
I see
so much
YouTubers
more
in
for
there.
FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18
I don't know what it is about these
centered
game
around
companies
the
that think
World
that
Cup
because you have
and
YouTubers
all
playing the
FIFA
game, that
in FIFA
automatically makes
19.
it better or
But in the
good or
meantime,
whatever.
let's
Again,
all
you're just
enjoy
leaving
the
yourself
World
open
Cup.
for more cringe.
Thank you,
Remember the
and
last time
auf Ramista!
they had a fucking YouTuber in here and he was like, I'm well, I'm great. Like he just fucking like hung his head down. I was like, I'm sorry guys, I fucking. Remember when you had Zac Efron fucking playing Battlefield and he was like, no, for sure, yeah. Remember? You remember when the only good thing that came out of it was Terry Crews talking about him actually knowing about video games and be like, I prefer mouse and keyboard, and everybody loved him then?
FIFA 19.
Hello, James Bond-looking villain.
Community never rests.
James Bond villain-looking
20
guy.
million people from
Rather.
60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming.
Reckon
plus
GA give us a
subscription.
Freedom Fighters battle
As
for Liberty Island?
consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier.
Easier.
And we believe
I love
that
his accent.
disruption is going to be have a profound
cool.
impact on our industry in the next few years.
Can't,
And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that
I
we
can't believe
announced
EA
a
just
new
announced
team from
Pac-Man and
Israel
Funky
has
Kong for
joined
FIFA
Electronic
2019.
Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our
Jordan Davis is
pioneering
like,
into
the game
this
is literally about
cloud
kicking a ball and
gaming world.
pretending to be hurt.
For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For
Streaming
others,
your
it's
game
gonna
anywhere
mean
on
new
Origin.
games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms.
Gonna
But
announce
for
a streaming
everyone,
platform.
It's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime.
Thank God for the
So this
Switch,
week
right?
We've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves.
Okay.
Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future.
You know what people say about
The
promises.
second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we
Oh,
started
boy.
subscription a number of years ago.
How
and
much is it
many
gonna
millions
cost?
of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great
I mean, this
catalog
has
of
already
games.
been happening, but like, you know,
Today,
I've never gotten
we're
into this, so this
announcing
might as well be
Origin
new to me.
Access Premiere.
Premiere.
So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premiere
Origin
will bring you
Access.
all of our new PC games.
Yeah, I think
starting with Madden NFL.
I've heard about this, but
back on the
just
PC for the first time in
never
over a decade.
was really interested in this, so I'm like, what?
Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5,
oh.
and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles.
All the
in
newest
years to
games will
come.
be available to stream?
Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA
If you have
and
access.
other publishers. And
Yeah, it's their
third,
exclusivity
it'll launch
thing.
later this summer. So that's
Do
a
our
little
thing
flavor
and
of
get the
year.
game
But if
early.
you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend.
Free trial?
Thank you and have a great show.
Sure. I mean, look. Just because it's not the popular thing, that doesn't mean that there can't be any competition in terms of different ways of playing, right? Streaming, memberships, stores. Steam got its fucking monopoly right now, and that's what we feel comfortable with. But then that opens up opportunities for Steam and Valve and other really popular platforms to kind of just do whatever the fuck they want, and we just gotta deal with it. And so it's always good when there's somebody trying to compete with them, because one of these days somebody's gonna do something real cool that'll probably surpass Steam or whatever, or GOG. It's never good to just have one thing. It's always good to have multiple things so that people feel like they should improve and come up with reasons to buy into your thing. I just don't think that Origin Access, or just Origin in general, is the thing that you need.
Hey, everybody.
Not even Battle.net.
What's up? So I'm here
has that big of a
sitting
pull.
inside the crowded
Oh,
EA
the cringe.
Play,
Get ready.
And I just happened
Cringe
to find
compilation
Mr.
starts now.
Wissam fella here in the audience from Respawn.
Hello, man from
What's
Respawn.
going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
Does Bachelors only
feeling
care about
great.
money?
I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean,
I
someone's
love
super
video
excited
games.
about that man on PC, right? Yeah.
I'm at video game thing, so I have to like.
You guys may have seen that.
Woo!
Vince
The guy
was
behind,
tweeting
like-
yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation.
Look at his face. He's like, I don't
want
wanna
to
be
just
here.
get right to it.
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working
Cringe.
with Lucas on getting the name and kind
Snap.
of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be. And we're going to talk
A
about
Star
it right
Wars
now.
game.
Oh, you guys got any guesses?
Oh.
I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
You better not fuck it up with
So the
microtransactions.
Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So
Okay.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi
So
falled
it kinda
over.
gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Yes.
So Vince, you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be
Confirmed
a
by
little
EA,
vague
Star
here,
Wars
but
Jedi Fallen
when
Over.
The Jedis are being hunted, so it's gonna be spectacular.
So for all the
What a
the
way to
hardcore
announce a
nerds
new
out
Star
there
Wars
who
game.
wanna
Just
know
some guy in
where
a
it
cab
is
going,
like
Star Wars.
Which episodes is it?
Jedi Falled over.
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other
Great.
tidbits?
Yeah, because
It's
we
not a
need
nice-
more
it's a dark
games
It's a dark
to fucking get squeezed in between 3 and 4. We already had
Does that
Force
mean it's
Unleashed
just
in
be
between
all
3 and
dark
4, right?
Serious.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Wow.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Great.
Sorry to dash any
No
hope,
trailer, no teaser, no
but now
art,
that
no
we know, we
poster.
set expectations,
Just
we're
a
all
guy,
amped up,
someone's dad
and,
being like,
hopefully we'll hear more from
Jedi
you
game
maybe
next year. It'll be really cool, I
Vince-
promise.
It was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today.
It's really cool.
We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
All right, more Star Wars. All right, Dennis. Tell us what's up.
Hello there.
Hey, that's just Sean Murray in disguise.
Advertised in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for
Apocalyptic
hanging out with
cringe.
me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gates
Not quite right.
like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And
Great, Ewoks.
thank you.
Awesome announcement. The one guy that liked
It
Ewoks.
turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and
Kessel.
it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction.
Is it gonna? Is
Looking
this
forward
because
to
of the
it,
Han Solo movie?
This summer, we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team
Squad.
up much easier and play with your friends.
That applause was so quiet.
We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships.
Everyone is dead in the
And
audience.
looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and
Multiplayer
capturing
sandbox.
and taking out capital ships.
Sounds like Battle Royale to me.
We
No.
know that you
Capture
have
the
been
flag.
asking
I
for
know.
new heroes, villains, and planets from.
Could you
a
imagine?
certain
Star
era that
Wars
features
Battle
a
Royale.
very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Okay. Woo. All right, that's fine. Sure.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring
Remember last year where I said
multiple
Star Wars was dead?
including the largest level
I
we
don't
have
think it's
ever
dead
built
yet, but they're
for
certainly
Battlefront.
squeezing all the juice out of it.
So let's
Like
talk
that
about
girl
the
from
heroes
One
and
Piece
villains.
that squeezes
First,
people in the
let me
juice.
introduce
Hey,
the most
General
powerful
Grievous.
droid- the leader of the most powerful droid army in the
The
galaxy,
coffeeiest
General Grievous.
villain of all.
And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Finally,
Ah!
you in Battlefront after all these years. So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku,
Great.
as well as someone to bring balance. to
Count
the Force,
Dooku, like 2 people clap.
Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
Great.
The team at home is extremely
No
excited
pictures,
to
they
building
just
all of
say
these
it.
Cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game
All the
has
characters
a
that no one
bright
liked from
future.
episode 3 are going to
Thank
be in
you
this
very
game.
much for playing the game, providing us with your feedback, talking to us together.
I mean, I'm sure that if
we'll
you've
make
seen like the
this
Clone Wars
the
cartoon and
greatest
all that
game
stuff,
we
you
can
care,
possibly
but
build. There
in
would
terms
be
of the
no
movies, it's like,
Battlefront
what?
Without you.
Great.
So thank you.
Young,
Look forward
bitchy,
to
whiny
and
Anakin
enjoy the rest
Skywalker
of
is going to
E3.
be in Battlefront 2. General Grievous, who's only remembered for coughing a lot, is going to be in Battlefront 2. Obi-Wan is like the only badass there that I give a shit about. Obi-Wan, and no matter what movie he's in, he has always been fucking badass. Oh, there we go. Unravel 2. Yeah, this was leaked already. I can't believe EA just confirmed Sonic for Battlefront 2. Count Dooku is one of the few awesome things about the prequels. Kind of. He had a cool lightsaber, and like the actor that played Count Dooku was cool, but like he was just kind of a whatever sort of villain to me. Like episode 2 for Star Wars was like the most boring fucking movie. Again, I'm just talking in terms of the movies. I know there's like a whole Clone Wars series. I've never seen that, but for the movie specifically, he was like whatever.
It's really good to see you.
All right, Unravel 2.
In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people.
To symbolize the Japanese
In our new
anime
game,
thread of love.
We tear that bond up right at the start. You lose
Great.
everything,
Give him the
including
Tomb Raider
the spark.
fucking treatment. Just fuck him up.
When things are at their darkest, you find hope.
Oh my god, they're actually showing gameplay this time?
And your spark,
Thank God for independent developers.
and it leads you off on an
Alright, I got
adventure.
co-op.
So welcome to Unravel 2.
Alright.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see,
It's like an avatar
it's
where
all
you
made
connect your
to
little
play
USB tail
with
to
two
each other.
characters. You can play it alone.
You can touch sticks
or
with
you
each
can play
other.
it co-op with a friend. But there's always two characters.
General
together,
Grievous, I
sharing
remember
one yarn
more than anyone
and working
other.
together to get through this
Guinea
adventure.
and Clone Wars, okay.
This game.
Yeah, I gotta watch
it's
Clone
quite
Wars because I'm
different
sure
from
the
the
people
first.
love all of
It's
those
both
characters way more
friendlier
there.
and
I've
more
only seen the
challenging.
movies, so that's all I
But
can
above
jump off
all,
of.
It's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor.
Everybody still awake?
And
It's
I
11
wanna show it
a.m.,
to
so
you
I'm still
now.
awake.
So I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage.
Wow, they're actually gonna show
Producer at Cold
a
Wars.
fucking video game for once? They're not just gonna say that something is gonna happen and then expect people to be excited?
We're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking
They're
about.
actually gonna visually show some
Play the
footage?
game in co-op with yourself.
You see, this is a massive difference between a giant fucking $1 million corporation that is so out of touch and then an independent game developer that understands what the fuck is up. Even though they're showing all the code right there on the screen. But, this is a mass.
So
Aw,
when you're
that's
playing
cute.
it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we
Cool.
actually tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places that were like fun and exciting. And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters, because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in at this.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue. A little celebratory flip there.
There we go, I just tweeted something. The massive difference between $1 million out-of-touch corporation and a passionate indie dev here is amazing. One just spits buzzwords and announces shit with nothing to show and expect laughter. No, not laughter. Applause. Ah, fuck, I fucked it up. While the Unravel dev shows gameplay immediately. I meant applause, not laughter. The gameplay is looking pretty alright. I mean, it's Unravel. I mean, the first game was alright. It wasn't the best thing in the world. But you can tell that the guy fucking cared about his game.
Oh, very nice. Faster. Oh, sweet. Well done.
Sweet. You see, this feels more natural. This feels like actual human beings fucking playing a video game.
I'll sneak up here.
Okay, your
I could
turn.
stare at my profile pic and get more out of it. Yeah, because you have Katsuragi in your profile pic. You got some... You got a girl with a personality. Showing off her stuff. With a wedding outfit. You can look at that and get a boner. This... I mean, look, it's Unravel, so I already support it a hell of a lot more than any of the other fucking FIFA stuff. But still, this ain't giving me a boner.
Now we can breathe again.
Yeah.
The first game was very average. It was well made. It was passionate. It had heart to it, but it was still very average and like normal.
So that's a quick little look
And so this seems like exactly the same thing, but with co-op. But I'd still rather support this more than like Jedi falled over and it hurt.
Yeah, I really hope you like
Something that they didn't show at all.
And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
Thank you? Who was he? Oh my god. Unravel Dev says, thank you. Love you. Love you. Camera pants. It's Crash Bandicoot. Ah. Unravel Dev says, thank you. Love you. Camera pants is Crash Bandicoot. Jedi Falls Over. That was the actual title. The grave that EA is digging themselves in is 10 feet deep and dropping. I really don't want to be cynical about the press conferences, but it's EA, man. EA has fucked up so much recently. Especially with Battlefront 2. Why would anybody be positive after that shit? Look, I'm not gonna activate my positivity thrusters until Sony and Nintendo start to go in, because those are the people who I'm expecting the best out of. These guys are kind of just doing damage control as far as I know. Should have been. My brother is saying, for some reason every year I forget how terrible the Twitch chat is during events like this. Oh, the Twitch chat is terrible every day. Not just today.
And the brilliant team at Coldwood, the great
Oh look, another James Bond villain looking guy.
These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of.
He looks like he's a fun dad.
And I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids.
It'd be a more memorable title.
But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone.
I'm happy that I have my Twitter open, because then I can just bump into sexy anime girl pictures as I'm watching this.
Next big adventure starting today. The game is finished. It's out.
Oh, the game is done.
So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Cold Blue.
Hey.
Back in 2015,
cool.
We started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing.
It's dull and sad, just like this presentation. Come on, they're showing A Way Out. That's a good game.
And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did.
Remember him from the Game Awards? Yep.
That game caught
Hashtag fuck the Oscars.
It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new. And you all loved it. You loved it. In the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio.
Why wouldn't you love it? I mean, he said it himself right in front of Jeff Keighley. He said it's impossible for you to not like this game.
With independent developers to help them realize.
It's impossible for you to not love it.
Which leads us to our next EA original.
I guess he was right.
From a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games.
Gotta go, Brandon.
When
See
I
ya.
met this
Bye.
team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message. And it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Sea of Solitude, all right. Look, if there's anything that rescues EA in these presentations, it's always the originals.
Thank you, Patrick.
It's always all of his original indie stuff that's the best.
I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was.
Pitch hole?
That afterwards, like our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited. Thank you.
You see, this is an actual genuine person presenting their work.
Studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it.
Not Sea of Thieves.
The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game.
Is it a pirate game?
When you
No, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like a town that's flooded. Monsters.
Is at the core of everything.
It looks like the day after tomorrow was yesterday.
Hear and hopefully feel while playing SOS.
That's a Dragon Ball Z abridged joke if you don't understand the reference.
Concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt so lonely.
I don't need a game to tell me how fucking lonely I am.
As an artist,
I just live my normal life.
Process your emotional world by letting it
Could you
out
imagine
and putting it into your
the
art.
feeling? What if I told you that people can feel loneliness?
It seems to just float out of me like right into the hand and onto.
But no, yeah, that's an interesting idea.
I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because
because we're all lonely, sad people.
Even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways, so that players who want to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it.
Emotions.
Sea of Solitude.
Sure, you're grabbing me with this. This is like legit interesting.
Who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger,
the darkness,
the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside, and
the character turns into heartless.
The game
She
is
is a
about
nobody.
finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human.
Mandalorian is saying, I'm out, man. I can see the cringe compilation coming a mile away. I think it already arrived, and it's still happening.
Some needs to become bigger.
The indie devs are trying to rescue them from the cringe compilation, but
to embrace
it's inevitable.
even your destructive part.
All right, see ya, Mandalorian.
Or your self-doubt.
I'm going to keep streaming all the other conferences as well, so you can stop by if you want for when they happen.
This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
All right. Sure.
Is this real?
There we go, trailer. Good. Whoa.
This world that I live in,
Flooded land.
empty and cold,
So is that the gameplay? Is that like, is it like top down? Or?
cuts me and tortures my soul.
Oh, fuck.
I'm no child,
Is it like a horror game?
and no
You don't seem lonely here at all. Seem like you're very well accompanied by a bunch of monsters. Big fuzzy fucking Sesame Street lady.
A new day is here, but nothing is new.
Oh god, part the ocean.
Alone in my room.
No offense, but this character looks kind of gross looking. She's all fuzzy and her like feet look all weird. I don't know. It looks interesting, but it seems like it's gonna be very narrative driven. It's gonna be almost like that other game that was about mental illness or whatever.
Yeah, I'm the one.
And there's basketball. Fuck emotions.
Are the one.
Basketball.
We can shut you down, and we can put you on an island. Crossover. Gather. Gang.
Alright, there we go.
And we're balling.
Back to modern pop music. Back to
Coming at you with the squad.
back to squad.
Say it how you want.
Back to celebrities.
Process. Run as one. Call next. Or be the
Oh no, he fell over. Is he gonna be okay? Great. We know we're modern. We know we're hip with the kids.
Just remember though,
Show something that's like Facebook Live.
whatever your fit, or however you
Shoes!
you are my court.
If you think females are all about getting a lot of shoes, men for some reason are like, hold my beer. I can buy more shoes than you. I can be more obsessed about shoes than you. I never thought there'd be a moment where like dudes would be all into shoes.
My name's Shay Kivlin, aka Young Kiv. I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only goal of mine is
Esports players now? NBA? Jordan Davis is gonna bounce. EA alone is just torturous.
It's a big night for young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
Madden NFL Challenge, okay. They're editing it to make it like, oh, you got some bad blood with each other. No handshake. Walk away. It's real.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Wouldn't that apply to... Wow, thank you, Captain Obvious. I don't like losing. I like winning better. Yeah. So does everyone else, dude. I don't know anybody that's like, I like losing way better than winning. Great. How insightful. I like losing so much more than I like winning. Young Kiv. Oh my god, dude, those pants.
I've been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping?
Yikes.
Wow, already starting. Okay.
Did you borrow those from your grandma or what?
From the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Why do these guys get to dress like this and everybody else has to wear like
That's pretty fun.
more formal
I like
shit?
that a lot. As you guys know, this is
I guys are esports players. They can do whatever they want. They're loose cannons.
Madden champion. Like,
They can wear as
give
many
it up
torn
for
pants as they want. Let me show you my trophy
Young Kiv.
on this show announcing video
How has
games.
it
Yep.
been, your success and your path, to where you're at.
I didn't know Madden would count as an esport. It does. It's been an esport for a while. Madden and FIFA has been as well. Yeah.
So then I picked up Madden, and at first I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay. So the key.
Wow. How interesting.
It's to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to the tournament. So like, what did you do?
Yeah, I went to the
I
tournament.
chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go.
I
Now
like
you're
money
chasing
more than my higher education.
That's awesome. Okay, now the past two.
Whatever. It was graduation. He was done anyway, so it's
I know
fine.
You had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's how I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay
It's
around
lit.
and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round two. So we're out. Have a good day.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battle through the pain and failure. All just
That's literally what that whole section was. Yes, it was just this guy flexing, and that's it. Was there an announcement that we didn't know about? Did I skip something? Let's mumble about esports and hearing this guy flex about his belt and money for a bit just after showing a game about loneliness and humanity's connection with one another to figure out what truly matters. No. We need a man with a shiny trophy and a belt. We literally just spent like 5 minutes hearing this guy talking about how he skipped out on his graduation so that he can follow that money and play Madden. I mean, whatever. Good on him. Good on him. I'm sure he works hard, but
Would you let the moment define you,
I don't know if this is the place for him to do that.
or will you define the moment?
Madden 19. Did he do a baseball motion on a football game? Madden 19, there we go. If they're gonna have the esports guy in there, they could have at least had him, say some lines about like, hey, this game is coming out on this day, look forward to it. But no, he just showed off his belt and then left.
How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Was he even allowed to be in there?
A little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant
No, wait, what's this?
missile. in the
Sorry, I'm
center of the
tweeting.
map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one
We're
of the
gonna have an
most
esports
RTS
match right
players
here.
there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Oh, he's a YouTuber, right?
Yes.
Oh, no. No, I remember him. I recognize that name. I've heard him. I've seen him somewhere else.
Red side of the room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
Nick at Night? Is he a YouTuber? No, I heard him. He's an esports guy, competitive player. The feeling when watching a stream but a new meme review is out? Oh. PewDiePie posting stuff?
Should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Let's do iPhone esports.
Nice little strategy.
The best kind of esports.
It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to
the match. Here we go.
The thumbnail for the PewDiePie video is pretty fucking funny. I love that Wheeze picture. It always makes me laugh.
Strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Pre-alpha. You're gonna have a fucking competitive iPhone thing on pre-alpha. Look at how interesting this is.
In a strategy game, that flank position that In Control is going for on the top side, also very important as Nick.
I would love it if this game just fucking crashes right here. If it says, "Oh, pay $1.99 for the starter pack."
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game,
This mobile game seems like a game mode in Splatoon 2. Really? Is it?
Micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Do we really need commentators for this shit? This seems very slow. Clash Royale is better.
That Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready.
Look at that guy's thumbs covering up most of the screen.
The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right, and In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
He's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry.
Getting resources, doing infantry.
As that economy ramps up, of course, we
Interesting.
see more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help flank
Putting
those
some flamethrowers, right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south.
Do we really need commentators for this?
Halfway now, two zones in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards.
Show some real esports.
Let's see if.
Yeah, show me fucking Super Mario Brothers versus the arcade version. Show me the championship edition of Nintendo World Championship. Show like the I gotta play through all the Mario and shit. I forget what it is. I think it's just an NES cartridge that just says Nintendo World Championship, and it had like it had like certain parts of certain games, and it had like Mario, like the first 3 levels of Mario. You have to beat them really fast.
Start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heavy artillery force is doing a great job at taking control of the map.
Yep.
I am not interested in what's happening here.
As more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north.
They could have shown that Star Wars game.
Very crucial, very important to protect those as your economy allows you to.
They could have shown
the units are going to come out a bit
more Unravel, more of that loneliness game.
But In Control just
could have shown Anthem. Could have shown some actual Battlefield 5 footage. No, but we'll show you some very, very slow footage of this iPhone esports thing.
Bring in the flank, of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings out the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And when you see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones in control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit.
The first mech unit, yes, okay, mech unit, yes. Accumulate those resources.
Fire that one off and settle for next missile is.
There we go.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces. But Nick at Night's done a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the economy of In Control.
Yep, wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board.
Oh, God.
If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit.
Wow.
Who cares about this mobile game? There has to be somebody, or maybe not. I don't care about it. Things will be much better once Monday arrives. Things will be much better once tomorrow arrives. Now on to round 2. Oh my God. My brother's saying round 2. Oh fuck.
Amazing. What a match. Thank you so much.
Show us Senran Kagura running on the Frostbite engine. That'd be awesome. I love that. Early alpha mobile esports is the best kind of esports. Yeah. In the way that is the worst kind of esports.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was
of all the things they spend time showing, they show a fucking slow-ass mobile phone game that they try very hard to make it sound like exciting esports. Command & Conquer Rivals? Oof.
For mobile. We're giving players complete, continuous control of their armies in quick, competitive head-to-head
I think I know this guy.
that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce
iOS and
that
Android
players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command.
That very interesting game that we were just shown for way too long. You can play it now on your Android.
Free to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
I already know what I think. that pre-alpha was more than enough. And now here's a Scorpion. Scorpion's confirmed. This is the trailer to your fucking iPhone game? It better not be, because this looks a billion times more interesting than the fucking footage that you showed us. This guy. He's on this fucking Shin Megami Tensei demon summoning gauntlet. Oh god. No, not the worm! Oh wow, look at how fucking interesting it looks. It looks exactly like in the trailer. God. Fuck.
Command and Conquer for a new generation. Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things. I'm blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on.
Has Mito gone too far?
Making those choices, you feel you are
Gather demons and come again.
No one is given an unfair advantage or
Gather demon.
disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every
Close the show? Excuse me? They're probably gonna show like 5 minutes of Anthem and then they'll leave.
Every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value.
They'll show the Battlefield thing on the Xbox thing, apparently.
Importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives.
Mm.
And so,
You're not the best examples of that. You can go to Nintendo and Sony for that.
Know that we want to be better and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games, and
we
as
also
much
love
as
money.
you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together.
Make money.
The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program.
Play to
where
Give.
we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support.
Taco God is right. Show me some Kagura on
And to
fucking
celebrate
Frostbite.
that, we contributed
Show
a
me that
total
fucking 4K
of $1 billion
boobage.
to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world.
Inclusivity.
A world where representation and
Inclusivity. We like making good games. But political correctness
and where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday
is more important to us.
These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give.
Ditch the label. Sure, whatever. I mean,
Thank you for your support.
it's a good cause.
Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games.
Mm.
Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
There we go. They're gonna end it with this. This is gonna be the last thing they show. Game engine footage, which means it's not actual footage of the game.
And left our world in chaos.
It's just the engine that they're using.
Creating. Altering.
Alright.
Destroying.
This has to garner some sort of genuine applause, right?
Anthem is all that remains.
Although I can't help but shake the fact that all of these trailers always look the fucking same. And they're narrated the same as well. They sound the same.
These walls can't protect us.
They fucking hire the same guy to make the same trailers all the time. You're actually excited for this? Me too, me too. I want to see how this pans out. This game actually, like, legit looks cool. Those, like, power suits look really cool. It kind of reminds me of Titanfall, honestly.
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
Oh, boy. Trying really hard to be like Hollywood, huh? You see, this is where, like, Nintendo really comes through with more creative trailers. Like, when it comes to trailers and E3, nothing really beats, like, the Super Smash Brothers ones and all like that. Like, because they don't care about making it look all cool and Hollywoodish. They just... Oh, man. Japanese creators in general are not like this. And so, even if this is a game that I'm interested in, like, the trailers are always the same fucking thing. Every single trailer is, like, homogenized to have the same rhythm and, like, dun 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 dun, something is gonna kill us, dun 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 dun. And it's like, alright, gameplay? What esports commentator are we gonna get right now? Okay, show me the title with, like, flashy images. Okay, I see 4 chairs.
How cool was that trailer?
Yeah, you know what'd be even cooler? Showing the game.
It's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem.
I know all of you like
last
me.
year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're gonna do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're gonna take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm gonna bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzart.
Alright, better show some gameplay. Better not be fucking 4 people just talking. Lead a writer, executive producer, and general manager. Alright. I saw a quarter second of gameplay.
Yeah. Coming out today. Just got a little game
you.
to show, right?
Yep. Lots
It's
of
gonna
fun.
be very exciting. So Casey, we're gonna go ahead and just jump
This
right
will
in
be
and start with
exciting.
you. So now we know that you all started.
You'd smash?
Or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day.
Let's begin, okay? Let me just establish from the beginning, this is a thing that you should be excited about.
Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying to come back to it. And, you know, I just want to be able to...
People laughing. We always have a good time.
Started with Anthem.
Nothing ever goes wrong when we make a
You know, what
game.
is the evolution
Oh
of
my
BioWare?
god, do you really need that many
We
screens?
wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back. And played. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well.
Motion
So
capture?
that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with stories sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
New and different. I mean, the trailer doesn't make it look like it's new and different.
From BioWare.
Somebody already summarized it in the chat as like Monster Hunter,
Story work
but like
shared
EA-ified.
So a great story for BioWare is really...
Well, it is BioWare.
You can have a connection with...
They're the Mass Effect guys, so I kind of trust them, but then again, Mass Effect
in
Andromeda,
a lot
so...
of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now, you can build a solution to that, but you have to really...
Early concept art that
look
looks
into the core
the
of
same
game.
as
That's what we tried
what
to
we
do
just saw.
with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous, and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to...
Oh my god, that eyeball on that thing is jittering so much.
Anthem is that this is
Little eyeball
a living shared
shaking and
world. So
vibrating.
whether there's
So excited.
weather or it's nighttime.
Nervous to be on
or
camera. Don't be shy,
experience
little
we'll
eyeball.
experience together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience.
You see,
turn
I want to
into
do that. I want to
the
fly
worlds,
around with that.
Talk to some characters. I experience...
Hopefully there's no limit to how much you can fly.
And this is where your story...
I'm sure
really
there's going to be like
takes and
fuel and shit you'll have to use,
And
resource
by doing it
gathering and
this
whatever.
way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single-player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first
Add
things
story
that
for
we hear
years.
when, from our community,
We have a
is they want
10-year
to
plan.
play in our worlds when they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age. Players want more story, and so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come, and it could be anything. A new moment with
A giant hole.
character that you've grown
Giant
to love,
toilet.
Or
Very easy for me to just call it a giant toilet. It's way too easy. Way too easy of a joke. Stop me. Stop me. Look, giant fucking little
I'm not going to
football.
complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either.
I'm like legitimately listening to what they have to say.
From a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover.
Yeah, we get it. You're making something new. This is like the 7th time you say it. What we're doing is really new. It's so exciting. I know.
But the gods left
Answer the
behind
fucking
their
question.
massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force.
How is it like to make something like this from scratch? How does it feel?
The chaos of those things pushing against each other.
Well, what's really exciting about being with such a wonderful team?
New and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment.
Early concept art. It's the fucking same soldiers standing around in the same corner every single time, but with a different fucking backdrop. Who do you think you are, Ratchet and Clank? Every time you go into a new level, is like this big, like fucking wide shot.
Property or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storm.
It's like the same dude posing. It's like, look at that.
Like from scratch.
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare.
Trump is
and
one?
really
Oh,
the hardest
Triumph
part
is one.
Getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try
Trump
to
is
do
one.
is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start, and then once we think about those things, that's the
Take a
power of
shot
creating new IP,
every
especially for
time
games, is that
they
you actually
say
get to
the word
build a whole fictional universe
new
that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we kind of
we're
still need to build all the rest of the
making
stuff.
something
And what
new.
unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the
There we go.
technology and the politics of our new world. And then
That was my
from
tweet.
there, we
Take a
can
shot
actually
every time
go
to say
and
the word
build out
new,
every
or we're
last
making
detail.
something new.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now.
Yes, we get it.
And so the world is always changing.
Did they run out of
the weather,
footage?
The storms.
Did they not like
seasons,
count on
and,
them talking
yeah,
for
it's
so
a really
long?
great
They only
concept
show
to
like
fight for, because
they're only showing little small little bits of the
gives us
same
the
thing.
opportunity to
I've seen like the
walk
same
into
fucking
the
piece of
world,
concept art like 8
almost in
times
real
already.
time, a dramatic event that changes the world forever.
Look at that, there it is again.
And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
And there's that again.
I mean, all of the moving parts
God.
in the dynamic world sound really
You seriously
cool.
didn't have more fucking gameplay footage to show off?
Even though there's
Nothing?
a lot going on,
Oh my god, it's the same guy running to the portal.
So let's talk
There
about
we go,
who
that's
we'll be
different.
playing as and
Is
why
it?
we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are
Crazy
a
bees?
freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot.
There we go, this is
exo-
different.
these javelin exo.
Oh, this looks like a
And,
trailer for
you
like a
need
card
those
game or
suits
something.
To survive and fight in this world, because the world will
Early
kill you.
concept art, I know.
But on
But it
top
doesn't
of
look too
that,
different from what
our
we're
ancient
actually seeing in the
rivals,
in the footage.
Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the anthem of creation, and so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities.
Ranger.
There's the ranger, and then there's the.
Why do they
Colossus,
always have like a whole bunch of other like images
and
spliced into
finally
all of these
the
things? It
sword.
looks so weird. Why do you do that?
Each javelin gives you a
That
different
doesn't
way
look
to
good.
play the game.
It just looks kind of
The
weird.
thing to remember
You're
is,
just like
Captain
shoving
said,
in
you're
all these
not
other
the
fucking
suit.
things
You are
within
the
another image.
pilot.
Like,
Which means you
why?
can
Why do
decide
that?
Which suit you want to use.
And it's
based
always the
on
same
your
fucking
mood,
thing as well,
based
like
on
the same
mission you wanna
4 other
engage in,
suit
or
guys.
or the javelins that your friends are using. So really, what this allows us to do.
Yeah, like
is
why do that?
We built the suits to look like.
I know they fit in different environments, but
so
like
they each have their own unique.
it gets in the way a lot.
Take
It's
look
too
at,
busy. It's
the
too
ranger
crowded.
The Ranger is a more generalized.
There we go,
able
new footage.
To do a lot of different things.
All right, numbers popping out of enemies when you hurt them. I like that.
Close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part.
Okay, here we go. Actually showing some stuff now, not just early concept art. It'd be cool if this also had like early concept art on the corner. And that's it. That's all you're getting.
Storm looks like it's gonna be my favorite. I'm sure you guys
Looks
have
interesting
heard
from what little they show. I could use more gameplay though.
So the javelins.
There you go. You got it.
We're gonna take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for
There it was.
People out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all
Oh
about
god,
making
they're showing
your
Twitter
character
on a
known,
giant screen.
What kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to
Hopefully they don't show anything.
customizing the way they're
Anything that might make
plays
them
through gear and weapons.
have
but
to
also being able to personalize
censor
the way
or
that
cut
it
anything
looks,
out, you know?
both through paint jobs as well as
They show
changing
some
the
big
actual,
anime titties on that Twitter
geometry
feed.
of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up because
This,
actually, Jay
Oliver
Lacuna
Campbell
has
on Twitter is
questions
saying
related to
the
customization,
scariest shit at E3 thus far.
How, when, loot box, cosmetics.
Oh, I want to know about this.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase.
You're
always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means
All right,
no
good.
ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem.
No loot boxes,
But even
good.
more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is
No gambling.
an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story,
Yes.
a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content.
Games as a service. Great. You don't own any of this shit. You have no power here. We're granting you permission to play this with our service.
I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked earlier about
Only our game exists, and that's the only thing that I want you to play for the next 10 years of your fucking life. Nothing else exists.
Yeah, it really is about, the
So Oliver Campbell is saying the scariest shit at E3 thus far is little yarn boys getting chased by a big ass burb. I was afraid for them yarn lads.
So, I think here we're going to see the
Yeah, no loot boxes, good. You know what you're getting before buying. I know that sounds like the most basic, obvious fucking thing in the world, knowing what the fuck you're gonna buy before you buy it. But only in the video games industry, you have to make that perfectly clear because they take advantage of you. They take advantage of all those kids and teenagers and very gullible adults.
Swimming and flying as well.
That take advantage
So it's interesting because
of people's money
the
and
Snake
the hype.
Zones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now going out into an open world like this by yourself
Guys
is going
smiling
to be
at
a little
you.
bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And
Some of these
really tried to
close-ups
balance the
look a
co-op
little
experience to be fun, even
rough.
for
A
people
lot of
that
them,
don't really engage in
most of them look really good, but just that one guy smiling at you going like that one was a little weird.
Good to know if you want to roll solo.
EA will try and put microtransactions anyway. Oh yeah. They said that there wasn't going to be anything that manipulates your gameplay experience, nothing that helps you to win.
Little gameplay.
They said it'll all be cosmetic, so there will be microtransactions, but like no loot box style of stuff.
You and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out.
Alright, so she said they were going to show some stuff, finally. I mean, they have been showing some stuff, but it's been like really small, like 10-second stuff. I want like a big chunk of shit. No cuts, no nothing.
Faye and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us
If I can
through
even like
the mission
see them
as
pause
you-
the
as
game
you
and show some
experience
menus,
it
that'd also
here.
be cool.
And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey.
Considering that I'm the kind of guy that grew up playing video games as a way to stay away from people, I find it really weird that people advertise it. They advertise a lot of games right now as like, game, but with all of your friends. I'm like, what? That's weird. Things change, man. A thing that was a fairly solitary activity for me ended up
Faye said these bastards
being advertised as a very like social thing.
So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Let's go. Get on that suit. That looks comfortable? Question mark. I like how they show the inside, all cushiony. All right. Do it. Awesome. This is what I want to see.
Owen, what's the plan here?
You cool yourself off by splashing yourself with water.
Be careful.
I miss couch co-op being regular. Yeah, everything is online now. Even within the socialness of gaming, you still play it alone, don't you? Because you're always online with other people rather than actually having somebody physically with you, which is not the same. That's two different things. Ironic how all of this multiplayer-focused bullshit is still a pretty lonely endeavor at the end of the day.
Look at all the weapons. Oh, and the turrets. Better move quickly.
All right. I like this. I like the birds and everything. I understand what they were trying to say when they were saying, oh my god, that's a giant. When they were trying to say that the game, they wanted to make it feel alive. I get that. I get that out of this. Hit him with that. I love that the fucking suits work underwater. I love that they don't just be like, oh no, we'll short circuit or whatever. No, like it works. Oh god, they got mines and shit. Yeah, this looks cool, honestly. Yeah, you got some big bulk eater suits that are more tanks, and then you got smaller ones, like more thin boys that are more agile and fast.
See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby.
So obviously you can talk like in voice chat with other people, right? I'm assuming this is supposed to be like single player story stuff. With the guy talking. Set him on fire. I think of the first time they showed this game, it had like pretend like actor, like people talking in voice chat, rather than actual story stuff. Here it seems like they're doing story stuff. There you go, that guy that totally doesn't look like a Destiny character. Shooting up. I can picture the amount of hours I can put into this. Yeah, and if it's like multiplayer with other people, I'm sure there'll be a lot of squad people. I don't know what the fuck is it with EA and their obsession with squads.
Wait, something's happening.
But I'm sure you have your own squad here as well that you can hang out with. That'll probably motivate you to play more of this.
Whatever laid all the eggs around here, the sound came from below your position.
Gonna go down, fight a big boy.
On the plus
all
side,
of us fly. It's like I'm playing a Dragon Ball Z game. We're all just flying around together.
Leading down, follow it. We should find the source.
You can fly. Why walk? Why run? Let's see. What big roaring enemy is gonna come out? They always do this with EA and Ubisoft trailers. They always like show one big monster, then it goes raw, and then it cuts to the logo, and that's it. Oh, hello, fucking big disgusting ass bug. You see? What the fuck did I tell you? I called it. It goes blah, and then oh, logo. That wasn't even a part of the game. You just cut to the guy going booga booga booga. They always do it!
Yep,
right on cue! Right when I said it, they did it!
Of the full demo that we brought
So watch
here
Ubisoft do that
If
shit.
you wanna come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
Predictable as a house
So
tour.
I'm sure the question
As
on
iDubbbz would
everyone's
say.
minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
All right.
Mark your calendars, everybody.
Next year.
Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire Bioware team. I know you guys had that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
All right.
Give it up for Casey Hudson, everybody. I also want to give a big thank you to
yeah.
all of the developers
They're wrapping
who
up.
showcased their games today, and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy
Yeah.
in Unravel 2, which is also available today.
Yeah.
Plus, you can take
That's
on your
good.
friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well.
A lot of stuff available now.
A lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. I get it. So I want to let you guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head
Oh,
outside
wow.
and
Better
check
tune in
out the
for
games,
that.
But I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference. And have a great weekend.
Okay, so that's it. Then they're doing their final montage and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna mute it actually because I don't want all this popular music getting content ID'd and shit. I'm just making a final tweet about this. They get a 2 yarn boys touching yarn dicks out of 10. EA press conference was pretty underwhelming. Typical corporate, out-of-touch, cringy EA that we all saw coming. The indie devs and Anthem were the few things that were interesting from this. Despite, all of the very little that they showed. They get a 2 yarn boys touching yarn dicks out of 10. Alright. So I'm not interested in this. I'm not interested in, whatever the fuck this is, some sports thing. I'm not into sports games. Alright. So we're done. We're done looking at it. Do I have, hold on, I want to see if my, I don't want to have, something totally inappropriate. I do have Samurai Conquer pictures on my wallpaper that are, flat out not appropriate, too hot for this stream. But, yeah, we're pretty much done here. That was the EA press conference. Yeah, it was exactly what I was expecting. I mean, what I said throughout, my tweeting, throughout my live tweeting and this video reaction. Yeah, I mean, there really wasn't... Look, I'll put it this way. I'm not going to be, taking highlights from this reaction and putting them up on the main channel. I'll tell you that for free. Because, there really wasn't a whole lot there. You had the 2 indie games, which seem interesting. And, Unravel 2 seems like more Unravel. It looks like the same game, but just with co-op. With a blue boy there with you. And then Anthem came after that, which yeah, was cool to see, but they really took a long time to actually show something of substance. What the fuck is up with that guy's hair? Shit. What is it? Is that guy King Bach over there? Maybe not. He just looks very similar. Again, I don't have any audio on, so... Yeah, I should probably just pause it, because I'm just going to get distracted. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like EA was doing a lot of damage control right now. Acknowledging the Star Wars Battlefront 2 stuff. Just announcing shit in a very underwhelming, kind of really awkward kind of way. The worst part was, the dude just sitting there at Respawn, just very awkwardly, with a look on his face where, he just didn't want to be there. He was nervous. He was like, this Star Wars game. She's like, what? Really? It sounded like a kindergarten teacher talking to a little kid, It's like, hi, do you have something to share with the class? I got a Star Wars game. Oh, what's it gonna be called? Should I fall over? That's so interesting and nice. When is it coming out, huh? It's coming out next year. Not this year. Next year. Next year. I gotta pee. Can I go to the bathroom? Yes, you can. Well, thank you very much for sharing. So interesting. That's kind of how it came off. It was awkward. No poster. No early concept art that you can throw at me 20 times. No nothing. And again, the story takes place between episode 3 and 4. We fucking needed that. Because we always get... God. We already had Force Unleashed being between 3 and 4. I don't know why they can't just make their own original fucking stories rather than, fucking having to shove it in between all the movies. Seriously. all of the better Star Wars games are the ones that just don't deal with the mainline story and just do their own thing. You know, like Knights of the Old Republic is pretty good. TIE Fighter and X-Wing are not super duper tied to the movies either. What was this other game? Force Unleashed 1 was pretty good. I do like that one. I remember Battlefront 2, like the original PlayStation 2 Battlefront 2, wasn't really too tied to the movies. I mean, it kind of reacted to a lot of the events that were happening in the movies, but it was like through a soldier perspective of them, like, you know, conquering other territories and shit like that. There's this other game, the fucking almost like Doom style game with the dude with the blaster. I forget what the name of that game is, but that one was also like fairly different. The dude that was just talking to Mon Mothma a lot, yeah. But I mean, it was underwhelming. I mean, I saw a lot of people in the chat just kind of leaving because they got bored to death, and I can kind of agree. They showed a lot of trailers, a lot of in-engine footage, barely anything of substance. We didn't really start getting actual footage up until the independent devs actually started showing up. So yeah, I mean that just kind of goes to show the difference, right, between indie devs and that give a shit, and then like a bunch of corporate people that are kind of just there to kind of look good and, you know, try and impress you and mystify you with all these trailers and stuff. I don't know. Even with the indie stuff, it's not the most interesting shit in the world. I mean, I like their ideas that they're putting out there, but at the very least, they're showing something, and it's more complete and well put together than you know, some trailer that costs millions of dollars, but they still barely show any of the actual game that you're going to be playing, and that's where the problem always comes in. And like the best example is on that fucking phone game. Like the trailer looked so fucking cool and elaborate, like it looked like I was gonna play like Battlefield or something. But then you see the game and it's a shitty fucking, like, you know, very colorful, blocky ass fucking pre-alpha shit. Like, it's just like, no, you know, it's like they fucking memed themselves right there on their own conference, you know? It's like, oh, look, here's what EA wants you to believe your games are like, and it's a super beautiful, awesome, well shot trailer. And then what reality actually is, and it's this fucking crap ass, so super slow, like pseudo esports kind of thing with commentators and everything. Like, just, yeah, no, EA, they're a piece of work. I mean, they put out good games occasionally, but they're fucking, like, I don't know, the corporate. They stink of corporate and trying to be all hip and cool with the kids, and it's not really working. The only thing that really keeps them afloat is all those sports games that they always put out, like Madden and FIFA and NFL. That's like the thing. That's like their cash cow. But they also kind of put in the work to do stuff like Anthem, and they give support to some indie people, and that's always good. They do have some things where they can redeem themselves, right? Like giving the spotlight to all those independent developers is always a good thing. All that charity stuff that they're doing is a good thing. And, you know, like games like Anthem and Battlefield, like they're legit, you know? Like they're quality, they're good, but like I just wish everything else surrounding all of that would reflect, I don't know, like a better image for them. There's a parody account on Twitter right now for Kaz Hirai. Ex-CEO Kaz Hirai is saying, we're releasing Days Gone on the same day as Anthem, so that everybody has something to play when Anthem servers immediately go down. I mean, that's probably going to happen, because everybody's going to be playing and it's going to go down. We're going to have to wait. Yeah, this is why, you know, playing games or getting into them at launch is usually not a good idea, because there's always updates and some shit doesn't work, especially when it's all about the online multiplayer again. You know, this constant focus on always online, always multiplayer stuff. You know, that also, you know, kind of not alienates, but it kind of, I don't know. It can be concerning for some people that kind of don't want that for the most part. But anyway, I mean, it was overall, I mean, it was fine. It was nothing too crazy from what I was expecting, and unfortunately what I was expecting is kind of a subpar conference with a couple of cool announcements, and that's exactly what happened. All right, well, that about does it for me. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this little reaction. I'm sure I'm going to get a fuck ton of dislikes because I was talking over a lot of stuff, and, you know, just as much the people in the chat and me, we're all being, you know, cynical and poking fun at it, so I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of this. But yeah, you know, I'll try and make it clear in the title of the video that it's like reaction and commentary from EA, so, you know, I'll try and make it as clear as possible that, hey, you know, we're not necessarily here to fanboy out, you know? These are all advertisements. These are all people just kind of making you think that you need these fucking games. You know, it is one big fucking advert. You know, so is Sony and Nintendo and Microsoft. Nothing of substance is really going to come out until we actually see some fucking raw-ass gameplay of this shit. Right now, we're just doing it for the memes. We're doing it for the cringe compilation. We're doing it just to kind of, you know... have a little bit of fun, you know, poking fun at these things, and, you know, just to focus on the announcements themselves, just the information itself. To a certain extent, we don't even care about the trailer, because we already know that that is not fully representative of what the game is going to be about, if, you know, that iPhone game is anything to go by. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Nintendo thing, because with them, they've actually been doing it right for, like, 3 years in a row right now. Because they do their Nintendo Treehouse. Like, immediately after their Direct, they have the Treehouse ready to show, like, fucking 40 minutes of footage of every game that they showed off, plus a whole bunch of other smaller stuff. So, like, that's the way to fucking do it. Do your conference, announce the shit, do some cool trailers, and then immediately after that is like, okay, here's a schedule of all the games that we're going to be showing in depth for, like, an hour. So, and then they have people talking in the background and stuff. Like, that's the way to do it, you know? I feel like Nintendo really has it down, for the most part. Not even Sony does that. You know, they make a big spectacle out of it with, like, their orchestra and shit. You know, it kind of talks to, like, the quality and I don't know, like, the dignity. I don't know if it's dignity, but just, like, how cool they kind of come off when they present their stuff. You know, they kind of get to the point, they kind of, you know, do away with all the cringy stuff and trying to relate to the audience and shit. Like, they just show what they gotta show, and that's it. And you know, that's good. Some people say that it's a bad thing, but I'd rather have that than fucking cringy Ubisoft and, you know, fucking, like, old people trying to relate to young people ass EA. Like, I don't know. Sony and Nintendo are saving themselves a lot of fucking grief by just getting to the point and doing it in their own way, instead of, you know, just going all like, hello, fellow kids kind of thing. Every channel on Twitter is saying EA is the most innovative game company out there. They managed to inflict unprecedented levels of pain during that conference. All right, and with that, I think we're going to leave. No stream today. I do want to focus on recording other stuff and talking about other things. This reaction that I'm doing right now is like the stream. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. From now all the way to 8 p.m. tonight, maybe I will stream something for a little bit. But I don't know if... I kind of want to focus more on getting ready for whatever's coming up next. And I do want to record some Bon Appetit episodes because I am lacking on that. So, yeah, there are other stuff in the periphery that I want to do. The Reverie review is done. I just got to post it and just edit a couple of things. I got to render it out and shit, so. But because there's E3 stuff happening, I'm sure nobody's going to give a shit about that review. But I'll put it out anyway. I just want to get rid of that so that I can move on to other games. So, yeah, thank you very much, everybody. If you enjoyed, of course, give it a like, subscribe, bell icon, all that good stuff. And like that, you'll never miss a thing when a new thing comes out, especially right now, where I'll be reacting to every single press conference. Content ID be damned. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, thank you. See you later.